Alright everyone, good day. This is former lead consultant, MAXIM-CONCEPTS consulting practice. I'm still on issues anyways. And so today we'll be talking about navigating power dynamics for effective governance. And so you find that boardroom isn't just about making strategic plans, strategic decisions, but also about power dynamics that shapes various outcomes. I mean various positive outcome in an organization. And so the understanding of this is very crucial, it's very important for individual board members and leaders alike. And having said that, also the decision, the activities of the board is largely driven by human psychology and power dynamics, which stems from various sources that influence, that have influence the effectiveness of the organization. And those sources, you have things like an understanding of power personality, different power personality on the board in an organization. And so having the different power personality should be something that it is something that is balanced, not a lopsided um, kind of power personality, in that you have experts, people that they're bringing their weight of experience as far as board related matters contribution is concerned. You have people that they are kind of reward oriented, also they motivate others and things like that. You have people that they are just like, people like them, they have this charisma, or they have this charisma around them, and so they are likable people. And you have people that by the virtue of the position that they are placed, they rose to that position. And also you have things like science of group thinking. Okay, so what is science of group thinking? It's talking about the desire to have a group consensus rather than alternative alternative ideas, alternative contribution. And the evil effects, the side effects, of this is that those that those that are not given the opportunity to express themselves, because probably they don't like the fact that it's kind of a group conversation and everything, we later will feel slighted, and so they will not contribute. And so to avoid this and to have a robust, a balanced power dynamics on the board is better, to give room for contribution, that even if it is something that is a group concurrence, that we have agreed that okay, this is what we will do, we've agreed on it, still give room for others to critique it, to give room for others to have addition, subtraction, or for others to contribute. Another one is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is understanding my emotions, you understanding your emotions, self-awareness, that makes one to know his or her biases as they relate and affect overall judgment, the way we do things, and everything. Very important, so that an understanding of this will also help to minimize, should there be any conflict, discussing some things, and conflict erupt and things like that. It will help in managing and resolving it amicably, rather than sweeping it under feet for something that will now degenerate to something that is even more than what it was initially. And another one is managing ego. One of the things that gets to happen to human is that to each and every one of us, is that as we advance in our as we go to the ladder of our career, as we advance, there's this sense of fulfillment, that if care is not taken, it could degenerate to pride. And it being having being egoistic, and making good decisions, it does not go together. So you cannot be someone that is full of pride and be able to make good decisions. And so it is something that has to be curtailed. It has to be, leaders should, members of the board to see to it that they do not allow their ego to override good decision making. They do not allow their ego to override the the objective, the good decision that ought to be made as far as the organization is concerned. And so that is all I have for us as far as navigating power dynamics for effective corporate governance in an organization. Thank you, everyone.